Hey everybody, Doug8798 here. This is part two of my 2014 Ninja Turtles review. Like I said, I was continuing from the first part. I love the chemistry between Will Arnett, Vernon, and Megan Fox's April O'Neil. I love the humorous chemistry. I love how the chemistry between them was good because, like I said, the Turtles weren't in this film a lot. The Turtles weren't in this film a lot, so when they weren't here, the human characters actually kept me entertained, and I love the build up to the appearances of the Turtles. I love the build up to the appearances of the Turtles. The first time you see them, you don't even see them. Some you just see giant crates being knocked around. Giant crates being knocked around. The second time is when Karai and them try to lure Shredder. That was when Karai tries to lure out the vigilantes. The vigilantes by holding up a subway, and then you see some badass scene in the dark. You see some turtle fighting, but you can't make out who it is. You can't make out who it is. Then no, before that scene, you see them looking at a monitor. You see them looking at a monitor. He says that that cat is talking with chopsticks, is eating with chopsticks, something like this, eating chopsticks. No, don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot. That's the second time you see him, but you don't see him. You hear their voices. You hear their voices. You hear their voices, and you hear Michelangelo's voice and you hear Leonardo's voice. Then then the third time was when they were on the third time was on the subway. Once again, you see a badass turtle fighting, but you can't make out who it is. You can't make out who it is. He says, "That's right, completely unseen, like shadows in the dark." Then April flashes the what's his name. Then they grab the rope, bring her up here, bring her up here. Give me the camera. Give me the camera. Look, he's doing his Batman voice. He's moving. Back off. Okay, I only saw Batman once. Then of course, you hear the turtles right here. The scene was awesome. The turtles and April O'Neil, the exchange was awesome. I do have a little bit of problem with them roping her up where they could have severely injured her. I actually agree with Cinema Sins. I hate Cinema Sins, but I actually agree with them there where they could have injured April O'Neil, where Raphael could have injured April O'Neil. Um, then um, then after they're done, after they wipe the camera and leave and tell April not to tell anyone about this, you see the badass and hilarious moment where they're sliding, where they're jumping over the buildings and sliding down the sewer, and they both get stuck in the giant hole, the manhole, and Mikey farts. Mikey farts. That scene was badass and hilarious. I love how they set that scene up. I love how they set that scene up when they were flying down the what you call it when they were with Michelangelo, just like his TMNT, the 2007 film, he was skateboarding down the thing, and the turtles were sliding down behind him. That scene was epic, and it made the scene where Mikey farts in their faces funny. So yeah, um, the turtles so yeah, like I said, the turtle sequences were awesome. Then Splinter's like, "Where have you been?" The first appearance of Splinter. "Where have you been?" "Walking, Mikey sleepwalking, Mikey sleepwalking," and he hits all of them with the tails and forces them to do some kind of um nauseating ninja training called the Hachi, and he makes Michelangelo confess with the pizza. Awesome. And then he tells him to bring April O'Neil here, and here they another badass scene. I love the origin when they were explaining to April O'Neil, when he was explaining to April O'Neil, they showed the turtles when they were young and training. When they showed the turtles when they were young and training, the funny scene where Michelangelo was dancing to I think that was Gwen Stefani. I think that was Gwen Stefani. I keep forgetting who that was. Who sings that song? Who sings that song? Ain't no holla back, yo. I keep forgetting who sings that song, but that scene was hilarious. Then you got the other scene. Then you got the other then you got the other scene where oh yeah, so yeah. Then I also like this scene because this scene story wise, one of the other problems I had with the film was, of course, Michelangelo having the glasses, which means he's some kind of hipster or hip hop guy. Raphael having Raphael having the shades and the ninja mask, like a do-rag, like a gangster, or another hip hop guy. Um, Donatello having the Donatello having the dorky glasses or goggles, and and Leonardo having the samurai armor. At first, I hated that because it was just a bunch of stereotypes. Now the film made it a part of the story. They just didn't have this stuff to look cool, even though they do look cool. They just have this stuff to look cool. They had it based on what they saw in popular culture and based on what their personalities were. It just wasn't there for the sake of being there, like it is in other films, like Alvin and the Chipmunks, and films like that, where they just put a hoodie on someone just to put a hoodie on someone. There's no reason for it to actually be there. Um, so yeah, I like that. Then of course the turtles. So yeah, then the turtles. I love the personalities. They totally capture and nail the personalities of the turtles. I was seeing the turtles come to life again. If Michelangelo was born today, he'd be a hip hop turtle. Same with Raphael. If they were today's society, Donatello is exactly like his 2012 counterpart. Except they made him a little bit more. They made him a little bit more aggressive here. But that's Michael Bay's style. They made all the turtles more aggressive here. But that's Michael Bay's style. And Leonardo's the serious, disciplined Batman version of the Batman of the Turtles. Raphael is still the anti-violent, anti-social, crazy turtle. So they still kept true to the personalities despite changing the backstories. And speaking of staying true, this film, while altering the story, this film captured the spirit of the Turtles. This film is a combination of the '80s cartoon, the 2003 cartoon, the 2012 cartoon, the the um the 2007 the 2007 movie, and the original comic books, and of course the IDW comics, which is where they got their from from. The bulky designs is obviously from the 2003 series. The serious and dark stylized violence, the dark and grittiness is obviously from the comics and the 2003 series. The comedy is obviously from the '80s series and the 2012 series, which the 2012 series had the darkness and grittiness of the 2003 comics book series, and it had the humor of the '80s and 2003 comic book series. The 2003 series had humor too, so it was cool seeing all of that in this film, and I'm still waiting for the sequel. It's 2015, but I'm waiting for 2016 for the sequel to this film. I'm waiting for 2016 for the sequel to this film, and then they're talking about Casey Jones being in this film, Bebop and Rocksteady, Crane. I can't wait to see all of that. Um, Also, yes, finally the score. I love the score. Brian Tyler, who worked on Dragon Ball Evolution, was the musical score. I love the heroic theme that plays at the beginning, during the main menu screen, and at the end when the turtles save the city from Shredder. Well, this was my second longer in-depth review of the Turtles. I'm gonna do a third review and a salute in the future. I'm gonna be talking about this film a lot because this is just like Dragon Ball Evolution, one of those films we have to watch a lot and have to talk a lot about. So I'm gonna be talking a lot about this film. All right, Dug out.